Live from the Athens of the West, Columbia, Missouri. It's the 17th annual RJI Student Innovation Competition Awards Show, featuring students from Florida, Georgia, Illinois, and Missouri. And your hosts, Kat Duncan and Randy Pitt.
Good look day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Pitt.
Welcome to the Reynolds Journalism Institute Student Innovation Competition. This year's competition focused on how to measure impact in new and innovative ways. We challenged the students to go beyond measuring impact via traditional metrics like clicks, views, or visits, but to look at the real-life impact of the journalism and its benefit to the communities it serves. We had teams enter from universities across the country, and 6 of them reached the final round and competed for first place and the $10,000 grand prize. Not only do the teams have to come up with an innovative idea, but they also have to test it with an actual news organization. That process the students followed of coming up with a practical innovation and testing it in the real world is the same method that RJI uses routinely to achieve its mission of helping ensure that journalism has a long and bright future. So, without further ado, here are our 6 finalists. Team Blue and Gold Girls, Florida International University. Team Footprint AI, Northwestern University. Team UG Innovation, University of Georgia. Team Jaded Journalists, Florida International University. Team Most Important News Stories Ranked, University of Missouri. Team Quizlo, University of Missouri. Now let's check in with our red carpet correspondent, Amber Clay, who is standing by.
Thanks, Randy. I'm here with Kat Duncan, RJI's Director of Innovation. Kat, it's another exciting year of student projects. You really challenged them with this year's theme of impact. Did anything stand out to you among this year's competitors?
This year's competitors had a variety of ideas, from a digital widget to a postcard survey to a mural in their community. So there was just a great range of ideas and really creative, innovative ideas.
I don't envy you for trying to pick a winner, but I know you don't do it alone. I believe you managed to tap some industry experts to help you take this on.
Yes, we are thrilled to have 3 industry experts here today who are experts in impact, and they have local journalism experience, so they will be deciding who wins the $10,000 prize.
I can't wait to meet them. And here they are.
So first we have Nahima Ahmed. She is the manager of Impact Strategy at Science Friday. We have Ryan Sorrell. He is the executive editor and founder of the Kansas City Defender. And we have Madison Karras. She is the product manager at the Tiny News Collective.
Thank you for introducing us to our judges. Now, what was the criteria for picking your applicants this year?
So this year, the judging criteria was based on great innovative ideas that measured impact for the communities that these newsrooms serve. And our judging criteria looks at not only the ideas, but were they implemented in their community? Were they effective? Did they think about diversity and inclusion? And is it replicable for other newsrooms across the country?
As Kat goes back to the judging room, I'm going to pass the mic over to Randy.
Thanks, Amber. Before we hear what the judges had to say, let me provide a quick overview of our competition. It started with project pitches in October. Then our finalists were selected, and they've been working hard since December, developing their idea from concept to a working prototype that could be tested earlier this year. They'll be sharing that journey and their results with the judges. Let's get to know our 6 finalists and learn more about their projects.
Hi, we're the Blue and Gold Girls from Florida International University.
Hi, we're Footprint AI from Northwestern University.
Hi,
We are the University of Georgia's innovation team.
Hi, we are jaded journalists from Florida International University.
Hi, my team name is Most Important News Stories Ranked.
Hi, we are Quizlo from the University of Missouri.
My name is Luria Taparo Costa.
I'm Natalie Gonzalez.
And I'm Rosa Mendoza.
My name is Eugenia Tal.
I'm Liz Casolo.
I'm Daniel Gross.
And I'm Janya Sundar.
My name is Sarah Fredrickson.
I'm Allison Long, and our third teammate is Jesse Wood.
My name is Ivo Camineta.
And I'm Alba Rosa.
My name is Lacey Reeves, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Missouri.
My name is Kyle Pinnell.
And I'm Reagan Wiles.
We are developing a community-led awards ceremony that recognizes the staff at a local news organization.
Community members will be able to vote for their favorite writers, stories, and other categories, both driving engagement with the community and demonstrating the impact that the news organization has had on its audience.
We are also working to leverage the event as a networking opportunity for student journalists, allowing them to meet both news professionals and engaged community members.
For our project, we created a service for a wide range of newsrooms that leverages NLP to provide insight on how an article's language impacts public perception and discourse. Newsrooms can monitor public discourse and keywords in their content, impacting public perception and increasing their awareness on internal biases.
We are building a game-like widget that will prompt readers to answer questions about news articles. The widget is designed to be unobtrusive and require little effort on the part of respondents, with a gamified presentation that hopefully draws increased participation.
We are also working to make the widget simple enough that it can be utilized in newsrooms around the country while still collecting relevant information.
So what we're doing is we're creating an interactive mural about the impact of media on the community.
Members of the public are able to contribute to the mural, resulting in a piece of art that both illustrates journalism's impact and becomes a source of impact itself.
So we're also working to incorporate data on local media consumption into the piece, helping community members easily visualize the role of journalism in their lives.
For my project, I mailed a one-question survey as an insert in my hometown newspaper in rural Missouri. I tasked respondents to rank their top 5 stories that are most important for them to see each week. After the editor saw the results, the paper made some changes to improve reader engagement. As a native of small-town Missouri, I wanted to develop a survey system that works well in rural areas that may not get routine news coverage from local TV stations.
For our project, we want to introduce a weekly trivia game into a local newspaper to help measure the paper's community impact.
The quiz tests readers' knowledge of local news while also serving as a fun activity. Think the New York Times crossword or Wordle.
The trivia game would provide the paper with insights into the effectiveness of individual stories or topics.
All of this allows for a better understanding of the paper's current impact while providing indications for how to improve their news strategy.
It looks like Kat and our judges have gotten settled. Let's get some of their impressions on this year's entries.
All right. Everything good?
Yes, we're good.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what you guys thought about all the teams who competed this year.
For the teams this year, there was a lot of very clear innovation, not just in terms of how they thought about defining impact, but also the replicability and the application of all of the tools that they had. They all thought about this in a very community-centric way, which I thought was really inspiring and gave us a lot of perspective, even in the work that we did.
So I know there was a lot of variety in all the teams that competed this year. How did you guys decide who won? What were the factors that really went into deciding those top 3?
I think we each had to challenge our own perspectives that we were coming from in journalism and how each of us have defined impact previously, and including challenging some of our own assumptions about what we know about our communities to see how we see these projects working in multiple communities. So in judging each project, we definitely looked at the full scale of the implementation, how each participant worked with their partners and how they listened to the needs of their communities, as well as what they found worked and how they overcame obstacles.
So I know you guys had a runner-up team that you thought was really strong. What made them stand out from all the other teams that you really wanted to recognize them, even though they didn't place in the top 3?
I think for me, one of the biggest pieces was just around their creativity and outside the box thinking. I know that right now there's like a lot of emphasis on analytics and like hard quantitative data. And I think that they took a very unique approach at gathering other types of information from people and communities that is, I think, essential for newsrooms to really understand how their writing and how their reporting are impacting communities and offering people a new way of expressing how journalism impacts them.
Now, Nahima, I know you've told me that you would love to work with a few of these teams. What do you see as the future for some of these projects if they were to take it to the next step?
So I think for a lot of the teams, you can actually implement these projects right away. For each newsroom, obviously there'll be a little bit of context that you have to adjust it to, but I can easily see in all 3 of our areas, different tools, different programming that we can have a lot of verticals, and using this to think about the work that we're doing now, but also in the long run, right? Not just for media implementation, but 10, 15 years from now, we can still use a lot of these same tools to do the work that we do, as long as we adjust for the technology that we have for it.
That's great stuff. Thanks, Kat, and thanks to our 3 judges who had some great conversations and plenty of back and forth on their way to selecting the winners. All right, we're heading into the home stretch. Before we reveal this year's top 3 teams, I would like to thank all of our participating students for taking on this challenge and putting in the hours of work to try something new to help journalism get stronger. As you heard from the judges, who are still with us, I think. Hey guys! They thought your ideas were innovative and your commitment to see them through to the finish line was terrific and much appreciated. So thank you again. Now, to announcing our top teams. First, I'd like to introduce the Fan Favorite Award. Each team's full presentation has been available to view online, and we asked the public to vote for the team they thought had the most innovative and successful project. This year's Fan Favorite Award goes to Team Blue and Gold Girls from Florida International University. You guys can now say your award show idea is an award-winning one. Congratulations. It's time to reveal the top 3 finalists. They are Team UG, University of Georgia, Team Footprint AI, Northwestern University, and Team Most Important News Stories Ranked from the University of Missouri. Before we go any further, I would like to take this time to announce a special Honorable Mention Award. The judges were impressed with this team's creativity and outside-the-box thinking. This year's Honorable Mention distinction goes to Jaded Journalist from Florida International University. Your approach to gathering information from the community and going beyond just analytics was really unique. So thank you. All right, let's start with our 3rd place and winner of $1,000. But first, here's what the judges had to say about this project.
Madison, our 3rd place team, why did they place 3rd?
We were excited about the 3rd place team because of the simplicity, replicability, and just how easy it is to implement this tool for a lot of community, small local newsrooms who are looking for a new way to get this type of interaction and get this type of data, but maybe don't have a lot of time, a lot of capacity, or even a high level of technical expertise to implement something. So we see a lot of possibilities with this project for starting a discussion around impact that would give enough data to find new ways for an editorial team to continue investigating their newsroom's impact.
Third place is Team UG from the University of Georgia. Great job. Thanks for all of your hard work and entering the competition, and best of luck with what comes next. And then there were two. Before I announce who won second place, let's hear what the judges have to say.
So Ryan, why did our second place team place second?
We were very impressed with their level of implementation and just the amount of response that they got from the community. I think that was very important to us, was seeing that this was a viable idea that newsrooms would actually find useful, and that was, definitely proven through the second place winner. I think the other piece was, again, just the community-oriented nature of it and the ability to reach audiences and communities that are often neglected or ignored, and finding a new way of a new or innovative or just a new approach at reaching that type of audience or community.
In second place, and winner of $2,500, is Team Most Important News Stories Ranked from the University of Missouri. That means our grand prize winner is Team Footprint AI from Northwestern University. Congratulations, guys. Before we hear more about your project, let's listen to what our judges had to say, all right?
So Nahima, why did our first place team win the $10,000 prize?
Yeah, I think the first place team had three really clear areas that they had as part of their project. One is design thinking. They really thought about the whole process and their user from beginning to end, and they knew who their target audience was for this project. The second part is application, the immediate application of this project, but also the long-term projects that we could do. And we thought it was really wide-ranging, so anybody from a small newsroom to a large newsroom could use this type of project. And the last one is really its community-centric nature. Everybody was tasked to think about community, but they really thought about it from internal and external to the journalism industry.
All right, that's great. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, well, this is great. So just tell me a little bit about where this idea came from.
Yeah, so our project, we came from all different backgrounds. We have people who are more computer science oriented and then more journalistically minded. And we got involved with each other through the night lab at Northwestern. So a big thank you to our mentors there for supporting us with this project. And Johnny and I did some research on our end from more of a journalist standpoint. Meanwhile, Daniel and Eugenia were going through more web scraping and other computational techniques, and we met through the night lab. So that's how this idea came to be. That's great. So, I just want to kind of get some of your thoughts about the competition. And, we kind of have a compressed time frame, so you guys were very busy. Silicon Valley, their motto is fail fast. Our motto is succeed fast. And you guys did that. So what did you think about kind of the whole process and the whole journey?
I mean, yeah, this was definitely a really fun process. We started out with a few ideas and we got a few months to implement them, have them fail, try again, and really just work on iterating and coming up with the best solution we could. I think we had a lot of fun. I think we learned a lot, and we're excited to keep learning.
Oh, that's great. All right, and last question. So, if this kind of continues and gets built out and newsrooms start to use it, what did you guys think would be kind of the most useful part of this, or how newsrooms really could make the most of what you guys kind of came up with in terms of using AI and that kind of stuff?
And someone else can jump in too. I think it's really important for journalists to consider that their language also carries meaning and that they are people too. So when news comes directly to them, they also have a responsibility to communicate that in a way that will do it justice to its audience. So journalists are people, they have their own biases, but we wanted to use AI and natural language processing techniques to help them unravel what their biases may be, so they have a heightened awareness as breaking news stories come forward in the future.
Right, and if go ahead.
Just to add on to that, we would just generally want people to know across newsrooms that computational methods can be extremely useful to work in tandem with your own, personal journalistic background, journalistic editorial ability for making important decisions about coverage.
Yeah, give you insights you couldn't get otherwise, and also if you address some of these issues, you'll have greater impact because your words will have more meaning, perhaps. So anyway, all right. Well, great job, and congratulations, and just see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So congratulations to all of the winners, all of the teams for a great job. It's been a great competition. For more information about RJI, please visit our website at rjionline.org. And thank you all who have joined us to watch today. And we'll see you next year.